What is going on, YouTube? It is Primitive here, bringing you round 3 of the local that happened yesterday at RMC on the 10th. So this matchup will be against myself. I will be on the left playing LordKnightmon, the list that I did showcase on the channel earlier this week. And then on the opposite side will be John, who we did showcase. Funnily enough, we played round 3 last week, and he is playing a similar deck to what he played last week with his security control. But he said he changed a bunch of stuff, it got a lot better, and he told me before the event that it was feeling a lot better, so I was definitely excited to see what changes he was going to make into this. But getting into it, we saw he started off with the Izzy, which allowed me to play my TK for free and go into Unimon, and now we're going to see a couple Pulsemons to cycle on board. I'm going to go ahead and play a Starmons and pop one of the Pulsemon, and then go ahead and then just play one of my Pulsemon on my own, since it's going to go to 3 to anyway, and go ahead and cycle. Now we'll see John go ahead and Ultimate Flare and just clear my board, just putting me to 5 right away. Didn't want to have multiple swings coming in right away, so I'm at 5, so I'm going to go ahead and choose to go to 4, and then I'm going to go to 3, and then I believe I TK here because I did see my security. I have 2 LordKnightmons and 2, or no, I think, yeah, I have 2 LordKnightmons in security, I believe. When I checked, so I remember I wanted to TK again to get one of the LordKnightmons out there before he potentially started swinging and hitting it before I could get it. He's going to go ahead and recover up to 6 security here, and playing the LordKnightmon will put me at 4. I don't have the LordKnightmon. Oh, I do have the LordKnightmon, I just grabbed it, obviously, but I don't have anything super amazing to promote off of it, so I don't promote because I don't want to just let it die without playing something at least a little bit better. And so I go to 0, and then I go ahead and just put my opponent at 3 by Digivolving into Sirenmon. I was considering hard playing the Sirenmon, but decided to Digivolve so I could get the cycle going, and my opponent would be at 3 instead of 5, which would allow for me to have more memory whenever they played something crazy. He's going to go and swing with Pulsemon. It will die to Cutemon. MagnaAngemon's going to go ahead and hit that other LordKnightmon that I said I saw in security. So I do have 3rd TK in hand, but I can't go back in and get that LordKnightmon anymore. But I did go ahead and get one of them. And what was that? Transcendent Sword is going to go and put me to 4, take out my Sirenmon. I am going to go ahead and go into LordKnightmon now. I decided to promote. I'm going to swing. I don't think I have the Knightmon. Oh, I do have the Knightmon that I want. And I am also able to play Bushi because of the Angelmon. And as you'll see, we hit Sorajo, which is very interesting. I don't swing with the Bushi. I opt to develop. And I play Kari, putting my opponent to 3. And they will go to 5 with Sora and Joe's ability to gain 2 because I don't have anything on Knightmon. And I believe that's Ultimate Flare, which will go ahead. Oh, and I trashed my Bushi, and I wasn't supposed to. Ooh. Yeah, that was a mistake. I keep forgetting that Ultimate Flare. In the heat of the moment, I keep forgetting that Ultimate Flare is 3 cost or less and not level 3. I'm definitely going to go ahead and have to fix that. But either way, I go ahead and swing into the security and unsuspend and tap Kari to gain a memory. I Digivolve the Bushi so I can go ahead and cycle and get the champions going, and I decided to just go and play the 3rd TK because I don't know when else I'm going to go ahead and get it out, and I might as well just get it out of my hand now and get something out of my security. I go ahead and grab Lucemon because it is just a bulky thing to get off of LordKnightmon or Angelmon's effect, as well as just a great card to have in checking into security since it doesn't die to as many cards in security. We do see, what is that, a Zudomon to go ahead and draw 2. I promote. The only ultimate it looks like I have is the War Growlmon. Looks like I'm considering just playing the Lucemon. I'm not 100% sure remember what I was thinking here, but it looks like I do decide to go ahead and go with the War Growlmon. Digiburst and Starmons will go ahead and kill Zudomon. I think that's fine because I do develop a ultimate on board and another rookie on board. Yeah, now watching this, I think after this I'm just going to have to read Ultimate Flare like 15 times. Just drill it into my head. But opponent's going to go ahead and play Trident Revolver to go ahead and pop my Truri, and off that we'll play TK. TK's effect will activate. We can't see what it is, but I do remember he grabbed the MagnaAngemonn, so that is Magna. Okay, you can kind of see there, but he did grab the MagnaAngemonn out of there. So I am going to go ahead and get this opportunity to play LordKnightmon. I'm going to swing and play the Lucemon now for free. I will survive the Magnangemon check. And then I just decided to hard play Uni, putting my opponent to 7. Because of Sorenjo. Opponent's going to go ahead and Magnangemon, putting me at 4, recovering 2, back up to 5. I do have 5 swings on board with Bushi in hand, so I'm going to go ahead and start swinging out and see what happens. I'm going to play Bushi, and it looks like I give minus 1k with Pikmon there. Bushi's going to swing in. Izzy hits, but won't gain the memory. Starmon's going to hit Gaia Force. He's going to pop the Lucemon, which is unfortunate, and I will swing Starmon's, which is going to hit the Shademon to come out, which once again is unfortunate, and I'm going to give minus 1k with the Koromon there, which is what I was pointing. I don't remember if that ends up being relevant. I trash the Angelmon, going up to 7 with Kari. Oh, and then so I went up to 7 with the LordKnightmon. I played the LordKnightmon to put it down, and then Valderarm to clear the board. So now I clear the board. My opponent has 1 security check, and I have 5 Digimon on board, with one of them being a Valderarm, which is not easily cleared, because it's going to give me even more memory when it's cleared. I do remember my opponent looked at the camera and just said that was the nuts, which was kind of funny. He's gonna Lucemon. Trident Revolver to kill Knightmon. So I'm gonna unsuspend and start going for game. Swing 14. Shademon will hit. I go Teruri to go to 3. I believe I just Blinding Ray here to go to 6. Yeah, I'm going to Blinding Ray to go to 6 with the help of Kari. Then I can Digivolve into War Growlmon, and then go into Slash, which will go ahead and kill the Shademon. And now I have 3 attacks with only 1 security check, and that will go ahead and secure game 1 right there. So we'll go ahead and go into game 2. I'm up 1-0. John will have me going first, of course, because he doesn't want to go first because he plays such high memory cards that he'll probably just put me at like 6 or 7 memory on turn 1. So I'm going to go ahead and just go into Unimon, drop a card. My opponent will start with TK, which is putting me at 2. I'm not feeling super great about that because I would like to have my own TK, but in the grand scheme of things, it's probably not too bad. So he's going to go ahead and grab another Magnangemon out of there. I'm just going to go ahead and go straight into Sirenmon since my opponent's going to go to 3 anyway, and this does help me potentially threaten out into Mega. We can see I have a Blinding Ray in hand, which means that if I do hit the Mega, even if I go to 1 next turn, I can Digivolve into said Mega. We'll see what John decides to go for here. He has to keep in mind that the Sirenmon, that most of his cards are probably going to put me at 3 or higher, and if they don't kill the Sirenmon, then I may go into LordKnightmon, which will start swarming the board. And swarming the board this early in the game is not going to be the best for my opponent, so he's going to go ahead and play Shademon here, which is going to go ahead and put me at 3. Like I said, we can go into LordKnightmon here. Swinging Knightmon hits, no Pikmon. I will hit the Omnimon there, which is unfortunate. Grab Angelmon out of the TK, but I'm fine with having the TK on board. I wish the LordKnightmon lived, of course, but it's not the end of the world because that could have just been a Gaia Force or something else, and it would have come out in the same result. My opponent's thinking they have the Shademon on board, which is going to provide them with a little bit of security, but with the Koromon coming out, I will have a Pikmon on board at some point. Well, I do have a Pikmon on board, but one of them is going to develop into a LordKnightmon, I'm sure, which means I can pair that with the Pikmon to clear off the Shademon. I decided to promote the Patamon. I believe I decided to promote 1 because I want to cycle my raising to get my rookies and get more draws. I'm going to Blinding Ray to go to 3, which will allow me to go to LordKnightmon. I think I Blinding Ray a second time to activate Angelmon's ability. I can't remember 100%. Yep, we go to 2, And I think I'm trying to fish for a Knightmon here, but I don't hit it, so we're actually not going to activate Andromon's ability. I believe we just play the Cutemon. And he decides to block with the Shademon, which was interesting to me, but just because there's so many things that could potentially kill my Knightmon in his security. So I will take that with the Shademon though, because we do get rid of that blocker. Thinking here, in my hand right now, I'm pretty sure my hand is, yeah, we see I have Pulsemon, Wargreymon, and slash Angemon. I just get the Bushi. I don't want to Digivolve the Bushi because I want to potentially threaten to swing with it, but I do believe I do Digivolve off of it because I wanted to get the draw. Oh, I get to play both. Never mind, I forget. Teehee. So Bushi dies here. I'm going to swing with Cutemon. Shademon will come out. My hand's not looking super amazing, and so I go ahead and just hard play Wargreymon here, putting my opponent to 7. I figured there's nothing else I can really do. He can only kill one of them. Decides to go ahead and kill both the Lord Knight and the Pulsemon. But right here, if I unstand, I can potentially get game. But as we see, I'm going to go ahead and hit the Omnimon, which kills me. But the card that I do get out of my security was a rookie, which does allow me to start cycling a little bit. I go ahead and get a Pedo on board, which can threaten for game, as well as one in raising. So there's 2 checks coming out now. So he's going to need to put up a blocker and recover, I'm sure. 4 memory to do it. I'm not sure what card can do it. Oh, yeah, that one can do it. Never mind. However, as we know, I do have Bushi in hand, as we can see. So I'm going to go ahead and swing with one of the Pedomon here. Check. It dies, so now I can go ahead and play the Bushi, go to 0, check. It is Sorajo, so it lives, and I can swing with the Pedomon, and that is going to secure it. So I will go ahead and go up to 4-0 to play in the finals against Justin, although we will not be showcasing that match this week just because we just played me and Justin at the Advantage Finals last week. So I will see you round 4 for another match, but I hope you had a great day, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.